Hey, hello, everybody, I'm Munbalance, and today I'm going to be showing you the lazy sauna build that you could do in Holocure. Now, Holocure is a free-to-play fan game that you can download on itch. I'll leave a link in the description below. And it's based on the Hololive talents, the bunch of VTubers. And if you don't know what a VTuber is, then please tell me the rock that you've been living under. Now, I made this build because I really don't feel like doing anything right now, and this is a build where you don't really have to do anything. Generally, the idea is that you're just going to play Sauna, and you're going to basically do nothing, and you will win. This works in level 1, and to a lesser extent level 2. It will not work in level 1 hard mode, because the monsters are just too strong, and you won't be able to kill them in time. As for what upgrades are required for this build, you're definitely going to want to get your special attack and get as much cooldown reduction as you can. Growth is a very valuable upgrade to get as well, and you're going to want to get as much EXP gain as you can get, and obviously we're doing this for money, so you'll want to get as much money upgrades as you can get too, but those aren't as necessary. I would recommend getting attack up and health up, as well as the regen, because you're going to take some damage every once in a while, and it does help. You'll also want to grab haste because it's really helpful, and rerolls are vital if you want to be shooting for certain items. Defense is also really good too, but if you're playing this build and if you get lucky, you won't have to use defense up at all because you won't be taking any damage. Food drops are nice, and it's a relatively cheap upgrade, but other than that, you really don't need too much. You don't need any movement speed, you don't need any crit up, and you won't need any pickup range. And enchantment rate isn't really going to be that great either. So this is the build that I'll be using to showcase, but this will work with less. It will work with a completely naked character as long as you have special attack. You just have to be very careful of when you use your specials. But let's get into a level here and showcase the build. So this is the lazy sauna build, and we're basically going to be standing here the whole time. We might have to move a little bit if we don't get lucky with our drops, but essentially what we want to do is make a build that will kill any of the enemies that come before they can reach us. And as you can see, we're already doing a great job at that. Now, when you first start out, you might want to, but you really don't have to move around a little bit so that you can gather some EXP to get very important items. So generally this is actually perfect. The main items that you'll be looking for when you first start out is you want to get your orbit to awakened, level 7, and you want to get gravity. These are the two things that will keep you the safest, and they're the easiest to level up. There are other things that you want to get, like spider cooking, and basically here, like, some of these things are good. Whammy water is good, but it's an aimed move, and we don't want to be doing any aiming. So let's just go ahead and reroll, and that's why the rerolls are important. And look at that, there's spider cooking, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that. The reason why spider cooking is important, because there is a little bit of a blind spot with Santa's planets. If something were to sneak in to our planet and start attacking us, we have no way to attack them without pushing a button, and that the whole idea of this build is that we don't do that. So spider cooking is going to keep us safe from any kind of stragglers that sneak in, like these chickens. The magic that makes this all work is the buffed Santa special. Become Big has been buffed with a bonus effect that once it's over, it will absorb any items, coins, EXP, foodstuffs. It'll absorb all of that, and you'll be able to grab that without moving at all. So that means you won't have to get any pickup, you won't have to walk around for any items, and staying in one spot is generally going to be your preferred methodology. Stolen Piggy Bank is really good too. It gives you 1 coin every second, but it is affected by your coin bonuses, such as the ones that you buy in the shop and the ones that you'll have in the level. So if you're really high up, you might be able to get like 3 coins a second with it. Alright, and about 2 minutes in, here comes our first boss, and you will probably have to move around at this part in the run unless you've gotten ridiculously lucky and you've already gotten your orbit to level 7. Once orbit is level 7 and you have gravity, you will be able to just kind of sit there, and the orbit and the gravity will keep even boss enemies away, unless they're special bosses like Small Lame. Now at 315 of level 1, Takodachis are going to come in from the top and the bottom, and we can go ahead and use a special to basically ignore that mechanic. And they'll disappear before we're vulnerable. And at this point, we're pretty much safe. We have level 7 orbit and we have gravity. Nothing is really going to be able to get into there. And here's a good showcase of a boss monster approaching this build. You see the boss Takodachi on the top right side, and we also have a ring here. And because we have our orbit leveled, not even the ring Takodachis are going to reach us in time, and also the boss Takodachi is just going to get smacked away over and over again. Oh hey, look, a golden Yago. I don't think we'll be able to kill him at this level, but that's actually pretty lucky that he spawned while I'm showcasing this. You'll want to kind of follow Golden Yago around because he does drop a bunch of coins, and if you kill him, he also gives you a free upgrade as well. But we don't have to walk around and collect all of those coins because we'll get them on the next time that we turn big. And here's a faster shrimp, and he still can't even get in. Full meal is a great item to get if you have any kind of healing effect. I'm going to be going for healing effect in here, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the full meal because it's just something else that you can grab once you've already gotten your orbit and your gravity and all of your passives. And here's some good weapons too. So glow stick is great because you don't have to aim, it'll just aim at enemies and you don't have to worry about it, and it's just extra damage. Kill power isn't important because even regular monsters do have a spawn timer and they will despawn if you don't kill them in time. So that is less EXP for you and it's less money for you. So you generally do want kill power. If the game is offering you a weapon, I suggest that you take it. Even though it's going to make it a little bit inconvenient for you to get your basic things because the game's just going to keep suggesting you weapon upgrades, but glow stick is a good option. Lava bucket is also a very good option. You generally don't want to mix it with the cooking because elite cooking does basically no damage anymore. And you're better off with just having 2 slots filled with either of those collab items. And honestly, a lava bucket will let you make the Mii Comet too, so it's generally a good idea to get the lava bucket, but do not collab it with the spider cooking. And idle song is great too. It's not something that you have to aim, it's just going to shoot up and down, and it's just more kill power. Now you might have noticed I'm saving my special because we have riot shield deadbeats, and these are going to come in a big wave and they're going to be really annoying to deal with. They are not going to die in time and there's just way too many of them. So that's where we're going to use our become big there. 1 should be enough, theoretically. Gonna go ahead and grab Nurse's Horn for some healing, and the Just Bandage, honestly, that's perfect. Edge out our Lava Bucket, and Hollow Bomb's honestly really good to take too. Now, if your run's going good and you have a lot of kill power, you actually will be able to beat these guys before they surround you. But I have Holu 5 already, so I don't think that's happening in this run. But once it's over, you're pretty much safe. Alright, so the next threat is going to come at 10 minutes into the run, and it's going to be the big laser cat. You can become big and do some damage to it, but I doubt you'll be able to kill it by the time that your big is over, so you'll generally want to kite it down a little bit. But once it's over, you can just head on back to the center, and you're good to go. And honestly, at this point, I don't think there is any threats to our existence. There are some mechanics where monsters will come in from the sides and they will bump into us because they're way too tanky and they will hit us. But we have Just Bandage and we have Full Meal, so we're just going to heal up afterward. Nothing in level 1 is really going to do enough concentrated damage except for the bosses that we can't knock back. And we're already at the point where the game's just giving us coins, so we might as well take them. Here's a good example of that. The clock's going to come in and hit us, but it doesn't matter, because we're just going to heal up afterward. I would recommend using your special on cooldown here, since more EXP is just generally going to give you more kill power, and the more you kill monsters, the more they'll spawn, and that increases your revenue, basically. For now, I'm going to be shooting for a glow stick collab. I do have a golden anvil there, but the only collab I have eligible right now is the elite cooking, and elite cooking is really, really terrible. But once I get my glow stick to level 7, I'll be able to collab the glow stick with the idle song and have idle concert, and that's actually a really good collab. So that's what I'm going to be shooting for. Once my glow stick is level 5, I'll be able to... Well, actually, I didn't see that box there. Alright, glow stick level 5. Now I can upgrade it all the way to 7. Never mind, I'm not gonna have to. And there we go. Now we can use that collab anvil to create the idol concert. And that's just going to give us a ton more kill power. We're just going to be able to clear the screen very easily. Now, at 14 minutes, the shrimps and deadbeat combo are to come in, and if you don't have the kill power for this, you will have to use a special. This run is actually going really, really well, and I have enough kill power to keep them at bay, but generally, there's too many of them, and they're a little bit too quick to for your just regular defenses to get past. But if you're having a good run like this, then you'll be able to just kind of ignore everything, and you won't have to become big. Even the big walls of them, where I got hit by a ton of them, we're just going to heal right back up afterward. And here comes the bosses, and as you can see, this build has no issue keeping them at bay as well. CO's Tears is a really good weapon, actually. It's going to be the preferred collab that you want to use with spider cooking, because it'll still keep that blind spot AoE around you, and it's not completely useless like the elite cooking. And we can actually go ahead and make that like right now. We just need another golden anvil. Also, CEO Tears is just really good in general. It's a lot of DPS and it shoots really rapidly at level 7. It's just really, really good. Hey, Holocoins. The game has run out of things to give us. And we can go ahead and collab the spider cooking and the Broken Dreams. Make the Broken Dreams collab. And the next collab we're going to be going for is the Breathe-In type Asakoko. This is a really good collab for this build because not only does it create a bunch of AoEs around you and target monsters so you don't really have to do anything, but it also, since most of the AoEs are coming out of your head, you can use it offensively by just being below something. So when Small Ame comes, we'll want to make sure that we can get rid of her as quickly as we can to get the win bonus, and this is going to be a really good item for that. Alright, here's the final push at 19 minutes. Everything's gonna start spawning, and you'll generally want to go ahead, use your Become Big when you feel like your health's getting too low here. I'm not having the issue quite yet, but as you can see with the Breathe-In type Asakoko, look how clean the above us is. But generally, I'm just keeping an eye on my HP here, and if it gets too low, I'm just going to go ahead and use a Become Big. But generally, if I can, I'll save it for Small Ame. Okay, I got a bit scared there. Alright, 20 minutes into the run, Small Ame will spawn. And generally, you just kind of want to kite Small Ame from below. That way, all of the Breathe-In Asakokos will attack her, and you'll be able to get her down much quicker. This build generally doesn't have a ton of damage, so you want to abuse what damage you have to complete the stage. And honestly, this is an example of the perfect run. Completely unstaged, I promise. But we were able to get 15,000 Holocoins. We got a 10,000 Holo bonus because we got Holo very early into the run. And we also got a 6,000 win bonus. So overall, this is going to be a very easy 30k coins. We didn't really have to interact with the game all that much. But overall, that is the Lazy Sauna build. Go ahead and try it out for yourself if you don't want to interact with the game a whole lot, and you just kind of want to check on it. Maybe you're watching a YouTube video, you don't want to have your full focus on the game, but you still want to farm some coins in your downtime. You can go ahead and check out Holocure. It's completely free. It's a fan game. I'll leave a link down to it down below. Go ahead and try it out. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of like Vampire Survivors, but the anime girls. So yeah, go have at it. Special thanks to my Patreons. They make videos like this possible. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.